kasteel. Dat was een kasteel, was een hele grote berg. Toen zei hij tegen mij, die kasteel, ik wil een kasteel kopen, zei hij. Weet je, dat... I just explained to her again about that castle, that when I met him in Tanja, when he was fasting, what I told you before at the beginning of the conversation, he suddenly started speaking about the castle without any reason. You know, just that I needed to buy a castle, that I needed to live in a castle or something. And then after he wanted to read my hand, he started speaking about horoscope. Then I also told her when I went to Tanja that I went to Tanja, and then she asked me if I had contact with him. I said no, I don't know that I went to Tanja. She said if I would meet him. I said I don't know, I did not spoke with him. And then she said to him, you can meet him but don't go to his house. She's trying to be the friend to warn me not to go to his house, but of course she was not the friend. She had a plan with me. You know, this is how you know how dangerous these people are. They have a hate in their heart, you know. And later in the conversation you can see that she's trying to blame me. She said to me, yes, I told you it's yes, but I told you to have to spoke with him on the phone, not to meet him. So she's trying to blame me so that she can speak with other people and blame me. I said to her, no, I did not go for him to Tanja. I go for vacation, and he was in Tanja. I did not go. I go many times to Tanja, you know. And then you said to me if I want to meet him. I said I don't know. I did not spoke with him. I even did not spoke with him when I was in Spain. And then she said to me, you can meet him. I don't go to his house. And now she's trying to turn the roles by saying that when she gave me my number, she only said to me to speak with him by the phone. She never said to me that I needed to meet him. Well, at the beginning of the conversation, she said to me, yes, I thought it was a nice boy, and I thought I proposed him to you. Yeah, I know, I thought maybe it's a good one for you, and this and that. And, you know, why would you propose someone to me? To speak at the phone? You understand? So it's a contradiction. She speaks all the time against her own self, you understand? But of course, it's ridiculous that she's now turning the roles and saying like, oh, but I never told you to meet him. I only spoke with the phone. This is how you know that she is the Antichrist, you know? And I said to her, but it's not like that, because you asked me when I was in Tanja if I would meet him. I said I did not spoke with him. And she said, you said, well, you can just meet him, but don't go to his house. So this is how you know that these girls, how they want to play and to plan with you. You understand? And this is why always her legs are shaking. She has ill problems. She has mental and she has body problems. Because when you are not a good person and she prays 5 times a day, it has no sense. It has no sense. That's why everything what you do to another comes back. So that's why all those jinns that they send to other people, they come back to them. You understand? They come back to them. Jo zei dat ik in mijn hotel was, toen zei je tegen mij van, toen zei ik, heb je met hem afgesproken? Ik zeg nee. Toen zei hij tegen mij, ja, ga maar niet naar zijn huis. Weet je wel, als je dat dus tegen mij zei, van ga niet naar zijn huis? Ja? Ja, precies. En toen zei ik, tuurlijk ga ik niet naar zijn huis. Toen had ik dus met hem afgesproken. De volgende dag, hij was aan het vasten. Toen ik met hem had afgesproken, begon hij over een kasteel. Hij zegt, ik ga een kasteel kopen. Begrijp je? Maar hij zei het als een opmerking. En ook, die Abdelkader, die imam van de moskee, die ooit in de moskee imam is geweest. Ik had ook een keer een gesprek met hem, heel lang geleden. En toen, hij weet ook over mensen iets. Toen begon hij ook over mijn toekomst te voorspellen. Hij zegt tegen mij... Hij ook. Hij zei, je gaat trouwen met een Saoedi en je gaat in Saoedi-Arabië wonen. Hij zei, heb je soms wel eens dromen? Then I told her that imam from the mosque that she know very well, that once I went to him because I had like, my parents were in a divorce and I just had I needed to ask advice, so I went to him. And then he asked me immediately when I went to sit there on the chair, very strange, he said to me if I had dreams about sex. I said no. I found it a very strange question. Like immediately, he didn't read Quran, anything. He immediately asked that question. I said no, I don't have it. And then he said to me, as I explained to him the situation and about the family and everything, then he said to me, I said to him, I don't know that house. When I go to that house, is very strange, you know, like there's some bad things there. And they said to me, then you don't need to go to that house, you can just meet your mother outside. And then I said to him, yes, this is also what I do sometimes. I meet outside and we go eat some ice cream. You understand? And after when I said that, he said to me, you looked at me and he said, you will marry and go live in Saudi Arabia. When he said that to me, I said, who is he to predict my future? You know, I mean, I don't, why is it, how, I mean, don't tell me you are a sheriff or something. I don't know. I know what sheriffs are, you know, and even sheriffs cannot predict futures. So when he said that to me, I found it very strange. And then I left, and this is what I'm trying to explain to her, that this Osama starts speaking about a castle, and this Abdul Qadir, starts telling me that I would go live in Saudi Arabia. You understand? Over seks met iemand. Ik zeg nee, weet je? Ik zeg, ik heb daar geen dromen over. Hij zegt, je gaat trouwen. Hij zegt, maak je maar niet uit. Je gaat trouwen met een Saoedi en je gaat in Saoedi-Arabië wonen, zei hij. Ga maar af en toe met je moeder, als je niet met je moeder thuis kan afspreken, ga maar met je moeder gewoon buiten afspreken, ijs eten. Dus ik ga soms ijs eten, weet je, met haar. Wil je allebei ziek dan? Je moet gewoon afstand nemen van zulke mensen. Then they're always sick. You just need to get distance from these people. It's strange that she's saying this to me because she's the one that was meeting with this imam. This imam is 45 years old, or maybe older, has children that are very old, and she's meeting with him in a car. And then when she came to my house, she said, I met with him. I met with him in the car. I said, why? Yeah, for what? I mean, like she was testing him, like she was playing the Antichrist, you know. He said something that maybe he liked her or something, and that I said, she started laughing, like she was playing that she just was testing him, you know. And I found it strange that she was meeting with him in a car, because not a lot of time before, maybe only 1 year or maybe less, he married to a Dutch girl that was 17 that converted to Islam. He married her in a house with only one witness, a Somali man, and then they went upstairs, they had sex the whole night, and then in the morning at 5 o'clock when his wife called him, he divorced her with the reason that he wanted not problems. Because she said to him, stay, because we're having our honeymoon. He said, I changed my mind, I don't want to lose my wife, I don't want to have problems. Then he left. This girl was, of course, very, very emotional. So she went to her friend, an Indonesian girl that was married to a Moroccan. And I knew this Indonesian girl as well because I went with her to London to shop for her store. She had a store for Islamic clothes. So then this Indonesian girl with another man, he was the son of an imam, but not an imam, but an imam that does the prayer call. And this son went with this Dutch girl to the mosque to complain about this Abdul Qadir, and they suspended him for 1 month only. And this boy actually that did that, later he tried to have contact with me with the phone, and he tried to propose me to marry him, and I said, we are just friends, because I went sometimes to his shop. He has a store for shoes close to the mosque. So finally I blocked him, because when I was very clear again one day, he became frustrated and started to insult me. So I blocked him, and then I never saw him again. I only knew that later his mother died on cancer. She had cancer, and she was one of the women that I always saw at the mosque that was different than most women. Very kind and not speaking, and very, I cannot describe it. I find it strange that always the wrong people die, But anyway, it's not relevant to speak about that now. So this is it actually, But probably she was a very kind, good woman, but probably she had a lot of knowledge in her heart. That's why sometimes people suffer, and you don't know. People know a lot, and you don't know that much that the people know. And she knew probably more about her son, because he knew about everything that I know now. For this reason he proposed me. You understand? And anyway, let's continue. Als ik merk, ook als iemand mij fixt en die is niet now she's trying to bagatellize the problem. She's trying to say, like, she's many times people proposed her someone, like she did with me with Osama, and then they suddenly became not right, and then she just delete their number. She's trying to bagatellize the problem, that she did not know about anything and proposing to me. But after I tried to make clear to him that she did not propose to me for something, because at the first moment when she spoke about him, I said to her, I have no interest. I have no interest, but then if he have knowledge about religion, he can have my number. Maybe I have questions. So now she's trying to bagatellize it so that if people see her, she can speak bad about me and say, no, I proposed him and I knew nothing bad about him. But it's not like that. From the first moment, I was clear to her that I was not interested. Understand?
Hoe vaak hebben mensen mij gefixt en die sporen ook niet, Shadia? Denk je dat ik daar druk om maak? Ik heb ook heel veel via leren.
I have also met money, but fine. She's trying to bagatellize the problem. And then I made very clear to him. I said, I was clear to you. And when he contacted me and suddenly sent me a picture with his mother, and that he was in a private jet or business class, I was also very clear to him. So this is what I'm telling her.
Die niet 100% waren. En dan zegt hij, ja, hoe waren die joueurs? En dan kom je erachter, hij heeft niks en hij heeft dit gedaan of hij heeft dat gedaan. Daarom leer je iemand kennen in die tussenperiode. Dat is normaal. Dat is normaal. Ik zal nooit met die vrouw terugkwam en alles. En ook alle informatie die ik heb, alle informatie, ja, die gewoon uitwijst dat hij met de vrije metselaars, weet je, in de Freemasons organisatie zit, weet je. Hij is gewoon lid. Dat is zo'n normale organisatie. Het is normaal, iedereen kan er lid van worden. Moslims, christenen, joden, iedereen. En ze hebben bepaalde idealen en weet ik veel. En als je niet 5 keer per dag bidt, dan kunnen de jeunen naar je komen. Weet ik veel wat ze allemaal denken. Dus, maar deze organisatie, vrije metselaars, is een secret organisatie. Dus zij mogen er ook niet met andere mensen over praten. En ze... ik weet niet, Shadia. Ik moet nou wel echt gaan...
Very strange. Again, I started to speak about the Freemasons, and I even call it in the Dutch language. Most people, when I say Freemason and in Dutch, they say, what is that? But she knew. She knew about what I'm speaking, and that is the strange thing, because if I would tell it to someone else from her age and level, they would not know it. But she knows it, even in the Dutch name. So it means that she knows, because if I tell it to anyone, they will not know about what is this Freemason vrije metselaars. Really, believe me, I have spoken with people about it, and they don't know what it is, even Dutch people. So she know it. But again, when I start speaking with it and I tell her that it's a secret organization and that you cannot speak about it, she again, because before I also said, and then also said she was busy, she needed to go, and now again she's doing the same. Maar waarom, als ik daarover begin, waarom zeg je dan dat je... Then I tell her, why every time when I'm speaking about it, you say that you need to leave? Praat dan gewoon met mij normaal. Just speak normal, because I just said that I needed to go. I just need to go. I have my things to do. I need actually now to be outside. I'm still speaking. Vind je het goed dat we daar een andere keer dan over praten? Do you agree that we speak about it another time? No, not about this. Not about this. Wat is er aan de hand? Why are you stressing when I speak about that? Oh, so I'm having something to do with that. No, I'm not saying that. But when I speak about it,
en dat ze ook heel vaak mensen uittesten. Want in de Koran staat...
I said they're testing. I said, but every time I speak about that, because they're testing a lot of people, and in the Quran says us when the times come, then show who you are. And this is the argument that they are using all the time out of the Quran. When the time has come of the Antichrist, then show yourself. But the time of the Antichrist did not come yet. We all know that the Antichrist, the description that people gave about him. But they are now saying that the Antichrist that the Quran says about the eye, that he will never come. So they are now making their Antichrist on earth while it's actually not the time yet. So how did you describe the Antichrist, that he has an eye on his forehead? Would you say that it would be a lie? So what is actually then the Antichrist that Jesus will come? Will he kill all the people on earth that are the Antichrist and that are testing each other? So this is what I'm trying to explain to her. That every time I'm speaking about it, that she's saying that she needs to go, I'm busy. And that I'm trying to explain to her, so I know what the Quran says about it.
Ze doen ze ook voor als dessert. Oké, ik heb het meegemaakt. Weet je nog dat je één keer...
So why are you all the time avoiding this when I start to speak? When they said, okay, I have something to do with it. Okay, I have something to do with it then. Okay, you know.
Tegen mij gezegd had over Abdul Qadir, je zei tegen mij...
I said you also said once to me about Abdul Qadir, about that imam that you were meeting.
Er komt een tijd dat je geen één imam...
Because she was in my house and she started laughing that she was meeting him in the car, and then she was laughing and telling to me that she told me, haha, there will come a time that you can even not find an imam. She was playing the Dajjal because she was telling something that's written in the Hadith, and I told her that. She said, yes, it's written in the Hadith that it will come a time, and she was laughing. You understand? When I went to this Samira that I spoke about before, when I asked him where she lived that was cooking for the mosque, and I went to her, I told her that Latifa was meeting with him, and then she said to me, I heard that you also met with him, but it's a lie. It's a lie. So this is how you see how they are, these people, these Antichrist people. You know, this is how you see how they are. And of course, this Abdul Qadir, he did try because after the first time when I went to speak with him, another day I had problems with a neighbor that put me to the wall, and then I called the police, and the police did not do anything, and I went to the mosque, and when I went to the mosque, the first imam came, a tall man, he went to sit. Actually, I thought he was Jewish because was his appearance. Subhanallah, I don't know why I thought that, but I thought that, wallah. And then this Abdul Qadir came in with his long beard, he was short. And what he did when I went to sit at the table, I was even alone, he was all the time looking at my eyes like he was challenging me. And then I looked down, you know, because I said why he's doing that. And then he said, oh, if you have problem, then we will come to your house. But because I knew that he was challenging me, I said that it was not needed anymore. And then because he saw my reaction, he said to me, we'll hang up with the girls here. Because he knew that I was sometimes having lessons in that library with a group of women. You understand? So then I left. And another day, he also tried. When I was a woman, she could not sleep any place. And then they asked if she could sleep in the mosque. And I was not yet thinking to take her with me home because I thought maybe she can sleep in the mosque. But when I asked to speak with the imam, suddenly she could go to someone home, and then he sent me, I don't know who gave him my phone number. I don't know who gave him my phone number because he sent me a message if I wanted to meet with him at 8 or something. And I did not react at that message. And it was very strange. And after that thing happened with that Dutch girl, and I said, uh-oh, he's not good. And then with this girl in the car, no, it was not okay.
Kan vinden in de moskee, weet je dat een keer tegen mij zei? Dat er komt een tijd, dat je was dat bij mij op de markt, en toen waren we aan het praten, toen waren we aan het lachen over Abdul Qadir, wat hij allemaal deed. Toen zei hij tegen mij, nou komt een tijd, dat er een hadith zegt dat er komt een tijd dat je geen één imam, dat je op zoek gaat naar een imam, en dat je geen één imam kan vinden. Dat kan in de hadith staan, klopt. Dat zei hij toen tegen mij. Toen zei hij ook tegen mij, kijk niet vaak in de spiegel. Weet je wel, dat je ook een keer tegen me zei dat ik niet vaak in de spiegel moest kijken? En dat ik vaak, en dat ik ook vaak kulli shaitani wa hama kulli ani lama moet zeggen, weet je wel. En dat is waar. En dat heb ik nu ook gezien. Dat je bijna geen imam meer kan vinden, weet je. Dus wat...
This was not the only thing that she said to me. Another day when she came to my house, she said to me that don't look too much in the mirror. I never look too much in the mirror. I even don't like to look too much in the mirror. I never put actually makeup like most girls. I never do really my hair. But on a way she asked me that I did not look too much in the mirror. And Osama, when I tell him how did you met Latifa, he said to me, she was sitting in Kadinsky. Oh, she's a very beautiful woman. I was coming with my friends and some girls, and they left and I started to speak with Latifa, she said to me, do I look like a prostitute? We were just now with prostitutes. So it's very strange. So I just telling her that one day she also told me, don't look too much in the mirror. And then she said to me, yes, because it's not good. And then I told her, another day you also told me that I need to say, oh God, put the Satan away from me. So this is all facts and hints that she was playing the Antichrist. She was testing me. And she was not only testing me, she was also testing others. Why? What is the reason of it? Is it because of her true origin? Is she not really, what is truly her origin that she's doing that she's testing other Muslims? You know, this is what I try to understand because I saw her praying. When I was at their home, she stood up to go to pray and she had a little book of dua, you know? So it is very strange.
Hij zegt zoals een goede imam bedoel ik. Ja, dat is wat je tegen mij zei. Dat er komt een tijd dat je geen imam meer kan vinden. En die Abdul Qadir was ook gewoon niet echt een imam. Dat weet je zelf ook wel. Dat hij niet echt een imam was. En hij is degene die mijn toekomst voorspeld heeft toen ik naar hem toe ging. Hij zegt, heb je wel eens dromen over seks? Alsof ik zeg maar een djinn heb of zo, weet je. Ik zeg nee. Hij bedoelt misschien dat of jij een djinn aanschrik hebt.
I again tell her that this imam asked me if I had sex horse dreams when I went to visit him, you know, first time with another sister. It's very strange. And then she started to laugh and said to me, maybe he means that maybe you are possessed by a spirit, you know, that loves you.
Als hij Rokia doet, vragen ze dat meestal, hè. Misschien kan je niet trouwen omdat je getrouwd.
He said when they do read Quran, sometimes they ask that maybe you cannot marry because you are possessed by a spirit that loves you.
Ja, dat vroeg hij, maar...
I said yes, he asked me that, but he never read Quran. He asked me that immediately. If I had dreams about sex, and he did not say anything else.
Had geen Rogia of zo gedaan of zo. Hij was alleen met mij aan het praten. Hij ging bij hem zitten. En toen zei... Hij was ook niet... dus je weet heel goed wie hij was. En iedereen weet wie hij was. Iedereen weet.
Now she's speaking better about the Imam. You know who he was, and everyone knows who he was. But she was herself meeting with him in the car. And then I tell her also that she met him, that he went even to the house of her mother. And then she said to me, are you also gonna use that against me? Because it's a fact. He went to the house of her mother. He was sitting there. I don't know what they were doing there or joking there. I don't know.
Daarom. En hij zei ook toen van ja, weet je, toen zei ik ook van ja, toen zei hij van je gaat trouwen en je gaat in Saoedi-Arabië wonen. En hij is niet de enige dat dat gezegd heeft, weet je wel. Dus ze zei, mijn toekomst wisten zij. Als hij met shirk, als hij de toekomst wil spelen, speelt hij met Allah en dat is shirk.
So he told me I'm gonna marry and live in Saudi Arabia. I said it's very strange, you know, that he told that. And she said like, how can no one can know my future? She said yes, but if they do shirk, you know, then if you believe in that, she wants to tell me that I don't need to believe him. I said no, I don't believe him. But he's not the only one that has told me that. Many people came on my path and say the same thing, and I would never look for those people. And of course, it's strange that you meet people and tell, because they all communicate with jinns that go to the heaven to look what the angels are discussing about a person, and it's not allowed. This is why the stones fall down. You understand? So it's very, very, very strange that. And then she told me, yes, but you are not allowed to believe in that. You're not allowed to believe in that. Like she wants to tell me that I need to believe that. Of course, I don't believe in that, but I'm just trying to tell her that it's a pattern that all the time people come on my path that say the same. But still, she wants to say to me that I don't need to believe in that.
Hij weet dat ik ga trouwen in Saoedi. Hoe kan hij dat weten dan? Misschien praten met Fayatin of Sloan of Sigar. Ja, dat denk ik dat het geval is.
How can he know that? Yeah, maybe he speak with jinn spirits or whatever, Satan's, I don't know. She's saying that about a person that she was joking with around.
Ik denk dat dat het geval is, want je moet je daarvan afzijdig houden, niet te veel wat.
You need to keep distance of them and not to go too much in that, because maybe they will touch you. Maybe they will touch you. She's not trying to pretend to be the good friends. You need to keep distance away and not to be too much in it, because maybe they will touch you. Maybe they will touch you, trying to be the hero, the friend, you know. And maybe they're gonna happen something to you. She's trying to fear me. I said, nothing can happen to me. You know? It's better for you. Just keep distance away from that, because she wants me to forget this whole subject and this whole Osama and this whole investigation. So she's trying to fear me now, you understand? Because it's in her favor if I forget all this. I said to her, why should I forget this? I don't fear anyone.
Nee, maar niet, ik moet dus weten. Ik moet weten wat de waarheid is.
I need to know what's the truth. I told you the truth. Yes, but this Abdul Qadir, this Imam is gone now from the mosque, but he did visit your house of your mother. Oh, are you going to use that now against me? No, I did not tell that to anyone.
Ik zeg alleen van die Abdul
I only say
Qadir vastgesteld. En toen ik eergisteren bij Amr was,
I only say that this Imam Abdul Qadir, that you know, that he said something about that. And when I yesterday went to visit your friend, this Somali friend, that before did not open for me the door, when I went to sit.
En toen was de shaitaan. Toen zei ze de shaitaan.
I tell her when I went to visit this Somali friend of you, and the second time she opened for me the door, as I told you before, when I went to sit, she started to speak bad about Saudi Arabia. She said that that Somali do not want Saudi Arabia anymore in their country, that they're not choosing for Turkey. And she starts speaking about Saudi Arabia and the Crown Prince, that he's a Satan.
Ik zeg, ze zegt ja, Somalië heeft ook al gezegd dat ze niks te maken wil hebben met Saudi-Arabië en dat ze te veel Turkije kiezen. Ik zeg ja, maar Turkije is ook geen heilige, want Turkije is degene die alle Arabische landen kapot heeft gemaakt door hun te koloniseren. En toen zijn de Engelsen gekomen, zeg ik tegen haar. Weet je? Maar ik vond het wel toevallig dat ze meteen slecht ging praten over de kroonprins van Saudi-Arabië. Dat is het eerste waar ze over begon.
So it's strange that she was speaking very bad suddenly. Of course, it has a reason why I want to sit with her and to speak to her, because I want to know on which side they are, you understand? And I told her, well, Turkey is also not an angel, because she's the one that colonized the Arabic caliphate, and because of her, it was split after by the colonists. You know, she was actually the reason why they came war. You know, so this is actually what I said.
Praten, begrijp je? Dus dat vond ik wel toevallig. En
when she's doing she did that before also. When I spoke about this Dutch girl, that she spoke about the Arabs and the Muslims, that they fight against each other, she also did when she do then you know that's what I say. It has a relation with this Freemason reasons, motives. You understand? With the motive. When she do then it has a relation to the motive. She did it before with this Dutch girl when I said Arabs and Muslims are fighting each other. And now she's doing that as well when I'm speaking about that this Somali woman start to speak bad about Saudi Arabia.
Die Abdul Qadir, die imam van de moskee, hij had wel voorspeld dat...
You know, so this, you know, she do like this. So it means something. That is the motive. That is the motive. You understand? Because they all think that they are the saviors of the world and that they are in that group of Masons for good reasons. But who are they to become a member of such group? Are they politics? Did they study history? If you have no knowledge about these things, then why are you becoming member of these kind of organizations that are political, influencing the world? If you don't know anything about politics history, just live as a normal person, just do your life. Why should you become a member? Because you don't know anything about politics, about history, about really the scream that is behind. You understand? They all think that they are savers of the
in
world.
Saoedi-Arabië ging wonen en dat ik in Saoedi-Arabië ging trouwen. Maar hij wist ook met wie ik zou gaan trouwen. En hij heeft...
I said yes, but because he knew I would go. I said he told me that I would live and marry in Saudi Arabia. So probably he also would know with who. And then she say, oh yeah, with who then?
En hij heeft dat niet verteld. Nou, als iemand gaat, als een imam weet, als een imam...
Said if someone knows that you're gonna marry and live in Sudan, he probably also can know who. But the reaction before is, oh yeah, with who? Oh yeah, with who?
Zegt dat jij gaat trouwen in Saudi-Arabië gaat wonen, weet hij ook de details. Want hij is niet de enige seher die op mijn pad is gekomen. Ik heb heel veel sehers zijn op mijn pad gekomen en allemaal hadden hetzelfde gezegd. En ze hebben meer details gegeven. Weet je, dat is ook redenen dat ik nu... Wat geloof moet je daar niet in geloven? Ik geloof er niet in.
So many people came on my path and they say all the same, and it's very strange. But you're not allowed to believe in that. I said, I don't believe in that, but it's a pattern. Like, I'm just saying that it's a pattern.
Maar ik zeg alleen dat ze allemaal hetzelfde zeggen en dat het ook is uitgekomen. Het is ook niks van niks dat ik nu royalties ken uit Jordanië.
No, I'm trying a little bit to lie, to scare her so that she walk on her toes. Yeah, it's also not for nothing. There are no royals and this and that and blah blah blah. Well, I deleted them all.
Uit Saoedien, die naar boven gaan naar de engelen om ze af te luisteren. En hun mogen dat niet doen. Hun mogen over niemand weten wat Allah en de engelen voor hem heeft bestemd. Maar dat doen zij. En daarom weet ik dat die Abdelkader en dat die Osama die ik ken, die zijn allemaal onderdelen van de Jodenorganisatie.
I told her that they go upstairs to listen to what the angels say, the spirits of the jinns, and they go back to their workers. And I said as well Abdelkader as Osama, because both had the same signs that he speak about Saudi Arabia. Well, he cannot know my future. Osama starts speak about a castle. I want to read my hands and horoscope. You know, so it's all signs. You know that they work with that other worlds and that they're magicians. It cannot be, because if you are knowing these things, you can also go to a level higher. When you know these things, it means you're not only knowing these things, it means you're doing more things. Probably this is also the reason why this Abdul Qadir abused this girl, because he's possessed by a Satan. I told that before, you know. So I bring it now in practice. You know, I have written last year everything and published it, and now I'm proving it to you. I'm proving it to you in practice. You understand? So it's really ridiculous, really.
Want zij zeggen, alle Arabieren maken ruzie met elkaar, dus wij kiezen voor de Joden, want de Joden kunnen ons beter